when you smile to somebody else unconsciously, they respond to you. So this is that season, and it'll be good for us all to just extend it, not just to our families, our neighbors, those internally displaced persons. You can do something for someone who needs something. Well, we're moving on now, having a broader look at the society and see what's going on, what do we expect, how do we go about it. Lai Mohammed joins us this morning. He's the Minister of Information. Thank you for coming on, and compliments of the season.
Thank you very much.
And this is the first, and it happens to be the Christmas ever since your appointment. And I saw something. I think I was on holiday when I saw it. And I thought, I had to look twice. I don't use glasses as of yet. But
I can give you mine.
I brought the paper forward. I said, is this Lai Mohammed doing this? Can we see that picture? I know he will be surprised. Look at
How many counts did you do?
I can't remember now. I did quite a few. It was
really fun seeing this picture.
I had to join them in Bama. The morale of the army is quite high because I remember when they got there, the Major General, who's the commander of the war theater, said morale, and everybody went down.
So and you joined them.
I joined them. Yes. Yes.
But speaking about this, many times we talk about it when we go to certain places, the military.
Was that when you gave up? Sorry to interrupt you.
You were about to join, I guess.
I was about to join here. Yes, because I didn't actually know what they were doing. I just all of a sudden saw that.
Okay. But then, I'm thinking about the military. Are we going to introduce, if we have, I'm not sure, when we call them in first into the plane, we honor them when we see them, that thing comes to society. Wherever you see any one of us in uniform, those who are serving this country, we just have that mindset to always think about the sacrifice they're putting in for us.
I think it will not be a bad thing, honestly, if we start, giving them more recognition, more respect, because you need to be at the war front, actually the liberated areas, to see the conditions under which they live, to see the kind of threats they are exposed to every day, and that despite all this, they have not only discharged their military duties, they have also carried a very heavy humanitarian burden in terms of resettling, the displaced persons. I know a couple of them spend their own money to provide clothing and medications for the IDP, for the displaced persons. So I think that we should all, give them respect due to them, and also give them the encouragement. And we should stop, second guessing the military, especially when they say, they are going to defeat Boko Haram by the 31st of December this year. From what I saw, the entire 79 kilometers between Maiduguri and Bama was secured almost every few meters, and then all the way to Banki, and the same thing at the other axis, Adamawa Yobe. I think they're doing a fantastic job, and we should all, commend them.
Well, one of the ways that we can do that is through the Legion badge that you're wearing, which I also happen to have. But it doesn't seem to be everywhere. One has to wonder what exactly is going on. I mean, one of the ways that Nigerians can show support is not available to everyone.
I think the military...
Maybe you should say it's not available to us.
Probably, I think... I know that at airports and other places, you find the volunteers and the military people actually trying to sell these, offer these emblems to people. But I think most Nigerians don't take it too seriously. But I think we should start doing so, and it's part of the role we can play here to encourage Nigerians to put their own widow's mite to help the departed, the families of the departed soldiers, and also keep those who have been injured and those who have been permanently, disabled.
Are you thinking of doing something in that regard?
Well, I think the military has a highly sophisticated department for that.
No, away from the military. We're looking at your department, your ministry. You're also in charge of culture. You have said a whole lot about culture. You have said a whole lot, giving out information on a daily basis. And people have always said, hey, wait a minute, there must be a kind of drive in sensitizing the people on some kind of issues. Outside the shores, we know, even back home, we know about the poppy. So if we can know about the poppy that is there in the UK,
Yeah.
why can't we have that kind of orientation and sensitization amongst ourselves to the extent that it becomes a tradition?
I think it's a good idea, and I think something we will take up in conjunction with the army. Yes, I think it's a very good idea.
And for those, perhaps this is the best time for us to also go back and talk about them, the fallen heroes, men and women, young boys, young girls, parents who have lost their lives, paid the ultimate price in this fight. How do we really make the family feel honored? Because sometimes we hear stories about some that have been killed or missing, and some kind of rebuttal from the military that that's not true. And again, you get to hear again from the families saying that no, we haven't seen our loved ones, and people saying, wait a minute, if this truly happened to this family, then there must be a better way of letting the family know of what has happened to their loved ones.
I think we must also respect the rules of engagement of the military. It's not everything we read or see on the news that are actually always correct or true. And even if soldiers all of a sudden, disappear, the explanation I've gotten from the military is that at times they do retreat technically, and it does not mean that they are lost. And of course, again, you don't announce the death of soldiers without even contacting their families, without contacting their units. But I believe that the military hierarchy is taking this matter seriously, and again, this is a war, and not every information can, be released, as and when. One, because of the family; two, even for the morale of the other soldiers, and probably more importantly, because of the strategy of war. But I believe that my constant interaction with the intelligence and the defense chiefs is that they are by far more open